All right, we're live. We are live. What up? PGN podcast episode 91, right? 91
Yep.
Yes, sir.
on this lovely
Getting close to
Saturday.
100.
Yeah, we kind of messed up here. We didn't let them know we're gonna be on here on the Saturday, but whatever. We're here on a Saturday. Hold on. I'm gonna go live on the Instagram on the Bringing the Real Instagram. All right, yeah. See, I'm trying to run this shit now from the desktop, not off my phone no more, because the desktop of StreamYard has way more features. Way more features that we could do here. You know what I'm saying? So you'll start seeing PGN podcast doing more fucking shit. You know, doing more special effects type shit. Now that I'm on the
Respect.
desktop. Yeah. All right, man. So let's start off. What's how was y'all week?
Oh, well, you go first.
Same old, same old. So I got my first NJC hockey game tonight. So been prepping all week for that. So excited for that. See how that's gonna go this season. So
You said
that's really what I've been doing all week. So
You said NJC hockey game?
NJC hockey, yeah.
They have a hockey
Sweet.
team?
It's a club hockey team, yeah.
Oh wow, interesting. And you're playing in it?
No, I'm doing the play-by-play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. What is that broadcast on?
It's on YouTube. It's on their NJC hockey has a YouTube page. So
Yeah, let them know. Let them know.
She helps with the broadcast. She's the one that's doing all the camera work and all that stuff. So I'm just calling the game.
Nice.
So it's much easier than what I've been doing in the past. I do everything in the past, and it was kind of hard. So I'm glad now that there's a student helping me out with the broadcast now. So
Nice. And it's video stream? Like you're gonna be on it with somebody else?
Mhm.
Cool. And it's
What's up?
NGIT Hockey is called the YouTube channel.
They have their official YouTube page. Yeah.
Interesting. Nice. Kofi, how was your week? I mean, not Kofi. Zaza.
Same Zai, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, same Zaza. Whatever.
It was,
Whatever.
it was a good week, you know. Was running I was in charge of gym class this week, so getting some high schoolers in shape, got to beat them in soccer, played football, two-hand touch, of course. Hey man, one thing about the high school is they'll keep you motivated, keep you in shape, keep going. But shout out to Columbia. They lost last night. They lost to PCTI, Passaic County Tech Institute. But you know, they get a win. They can get a win back this week against Irvington. So I'll be
That's a really
interviewing
tough
the
game,
coach on
though.
Monday.
You know,
I know.
Everton, they have a very, very prestigious football program. So that's
I
not
know.
going to be an easy game.
I told them, listen, you got to lock in. You lose 41-7. You don't let that stuff go, man. Those losses add up, bro. You gotta chill out. I was like, we'll get them next week.
But Columbia has a good team, though.
They 2-1. They've won. They won their first two home games. They lost last night, but the boys are getting better every week. Every week.
All right. Word. Yeah. If like we always say, follow PGN Pod on all social media because, you know, Cesar does a lot of stuff too with, you know, the anime shit. And, you know, if you want to shout out that podcast too, Straw
Hat.
Straw Hat, yeah.
He's usually in the chat. Let me see if I can pull the chat up over here. Nah, he's not in there today. Maybe he's working. What the hell? We lost Cesar?
Yeah, then we lost him.
Yeah, weird. But oh, there he is. The hell happened there?
I was trying to check the chat myself.
Oh, yeah. So so he's usually in the comments, but he's not there right now. But yeah, they have a podcast that talk anime, you know, all forms of that shit. I don't watch that shit, so Cesar can probably tell you more about it. But yeah, man.
You can catch us every Monday at 10 o'clock. Straw Hat Podcast on Twitch. He's about to start posting on
I think we lost Cesar again.
Has that shitty Wi-Fi?
Yeah, we didn't get you, Cesar. What you said? What were you saying? You went out. You went in and out.
I said you can catch us every Monday every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Central time. My boy lives in Texas.
So, just before we get to the podcast, what was the main topic you guys talked on last week's show? Just to give like a
Last
preview
week
of what's
we
up.
talked about the chapter. We talked about the manga chapter that was released because Oda releases a chapter once a week, but he was on break this week. So this week we're probably going to talk about rankings, predictions. What do we think is going to happen in the next chapter? So like all that type of stuff. Do we think the flash? Because we're in a flashback right now. We're talking about the flashback going to end, and Oda's been cooking. He's not Goda for a reason. We call him Goda.
Nice. Yeah, man, my week was all right. My son started playing baseball, so I went to one of his practices. Got chewed up by mosquitoes.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
It's still mosquito time.
Bruh. No, I feel like they're out more now because it's like not too hot. It's like perfect weather for them. Bro, whatever. But that's about it. That's what I did. Worked out, went to the gym, trying to figure some stuff out, get my life more together now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little busy, but nothing exciting, you know what I mean? So man, let's get into this podcast, get to the first topic we got here.
All right, the big story in the NFL this week was QB injuries. A lot of them. In fact, there's 5 injuries right now in terms of NFL quarterbacks. We'll get to them. I'll quickly go over them. The major one, obviously, is Joe Burrow. He has a turf toe injury that he suffered last week. He had surgery yesterday, and he's going to be out a minimum of 3 months. Some believe he might not even play the rest of the season. We'll see on that. Obviously, the Bengals are 2-0. As for the New York Jets, their starting quarterback, Justin Fields, suffered a concussion against the Buffalo Bills last week. He's out. So Tyrod Taylor, however he says his first name, he'll be in against the Buccaneers. Now for the 49ers, Brock Purdy has a toe and shoulder injury. He was a limited participant in practice this week, but the expectation is that Mac Jones will play. Saints, Mac Jones very well.
Please.
He didn't even win last week. You got to give him credit for that.
It's a Saturday morning. And it's beautiful outside. Do not darken my day with talk about Mac Jones.
Hey, we have to. I mean, he's starting quarterback for the 49ers right now. So he did get the win last week, and he's likely to play this week. Now for the Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, he's out with a high ankle sprain. He'll be out for 2 to 4 weeks. So Carson Wentz will start in his place. So that's going to be an interesting matchup between the Vikings and the Bengals. 2 backup quarterbacks playing, and that's going to be the A game for CBS. So unfortunate for them. And then the final injury, Jaden Daniels has a left knee sprain. He'll be out this week. Marcus Mariota will start for the Commanders this week.
Cool.
So I guess the main takeaway is that you guys, in terms of these injuries, you need a backup quarterback. Obviously, the Bengals, they have Jake Browning. He was able to come in and get the win over the Jaguars. Obviously, Mac Jones, I know I mentioned him again because he did get the win last week against the New Orleans Saints. And we'll see what Tyrod does for the Jets. We'll see what Carson Wentz does for the Vikings, and we'll see what Marcus Mariota does for the Commanders. I guess my main takeaway is really the Burrow one's probably the one that's the biggest story here. The Bengals, obviously, offensive line, they've not done a good job in terms of managing that, and maybe some criticism has to be taken to Joe Burrow himself because remember, the talk in this offseason was, hey, maybe they should trade T. Higgins, maybe use that money to get an offensive lineman, but Burrow's assistant, he wanted T. Higgins to stay, and maybe as a result of that, hey, maybe the Bengals weren't able to get an offensive lineman, and now you see the situation at hand here. So I think for the Bengals, I think this offseason you have to make a decision here. What's going to happen here? Are you going to maybe restructure this team a little bit, maybe to be have more emphasis on the offensive line? Is Burrow going to have to make a decision in terms of his future with the Bengals? Because we know Mike Brown's not selling the team, so that's not going to happen. So I think this is an example of, hey, maybe sometimes you don't actually listen to star players. Sometimes you, as an organization, you have, all right, he might want T. Higgins, but maybe for the Bengals, it's better if we don't have T. Higgins and we're able to strengthen that offensive line. So I think that's really my big takeaway from these injuries. Saints out. What are your takeaways from these injuries in the NFL between quarterbacks?
Carson Wentz and Tyrod Taylor are starting in the game. What fucking year are we in right now, bro? God, yo, injuries galore. Damn. I just look at it and I'm like, bro, this is why y'all need to start playing more in the preseason. All these injuries are ridiculous. The Burrow one, that's just on fine. That's just on the team. Like y'all have not protected Joe Burrow since he's been in this league. Dog, his second year he got hurt like this. He might not play the rest of the season. You can't keep putting money into the off. I know he wanted T. Higgins, but like you said, that you should have taken that money and invest in an offensive line. You gotta protect. He is your star. This team goes nowhere without Burrow. Listen, Jake Browning is you know what he is. He's a journeyman. He's gonna win you 1 or 2 games, and then you're gonna be like, oh, he's good. He loses. Bro, protect your quarterbacks. JJ McCarthy, I think you need to take a break. You got a little too high on yourself after that Bears game. Had an awful, awful game last week against the Falcons. Jaden Daniels is the one where I'm like, Marcus Mariota, that knee, once he wasn't practicing, I was like, oh, he's not about to play. But Jesus, Marcus Mariota's still in the fucking league. How are these people still in the league right now, bro? But I just think play more in the preseason. Dog, y'all gotta start protecting y'all quarterbacks. Y'all gotta pay money for your offensive linemen. I know people don't want to do it, but pay your offensive linemen because your quarterbacks are getting and stop running. Tell your quarterback to stop running. Slow it down a little bit. Pocket pass. And try. But they say Purdy might play. They say there's a chance for him. He might play this Sunday.
I mean, I wouldn't risk it because, well, I'll get into my MVP picks. So that's one of my games, but I wouldn't risk it. But we'll see on that one. Scumbag, what are your thoughts on these QB injuries in the NFL?
Who's Carson Wentz starting for?
The Vikings.
Or Vikings.
That's right. McCarthy's out. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, McCarthy's playing like dog shit anyway. So
there you go.
Maybe Wentz right now is what they need. Because I have Justin Jefferson in right now in my fantasy league, and McCarthy can't get him the ball. And it's like, dude, every quarterback that's been playing for the Vikings has gotten this man the ball. He's had a carousel quarterback, so I don't know what's up with McCarthy. I think that's gonna be something that they're gonna look at that coach, whatever his name is, because that was his quarterback he handpicked. No one really had JJ McCarthy as a first rounder. But he's won on every level that he's played. They say he's a great leader and stuff, but at the end of the day, you gotta throw that ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that offense where there's been many quarterbacks and many of them have been very efficient. You know what I mean? So hopefully it works out because he got rid of Daniel Jones, and look what Daniel Jones is doing right now in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like an MVP.
Yeah, that's one injury to look out for. Jaden Daniels. Who they play this week?
Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah,
Raiders. They could win without Jaden Daniels against the Raiders,
especially the way Geno played.
Yeah. But hopefully that's not long term, because Jaden's tough though. I think last year he had a rib injury and he found a way to play with it. He played with a flak jacket the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'll try to get out there, but I don't know. Joe Burrow again, he's hurt. That fucking sucks. I don't know how long Jake Browning can hold it down, but it's gonna be 3 months, so he gotta hold it down. Gotta do the best he can. Try to keep that team afloat. I mean, jeez. I don't know. You hope for the best, man, because if you have a healthy Joe Burrow, a healthy T. Higgins, and a healthy Jamar Chase, you beat. I don't know, man. It's tough because I always feel like what's up with the offensive line thing? They signed a couple guys, couple years. They tried it, they tried that. It's not working. Maybe it's the coach, or either a different coach. Because I remember from my team, the Giants, when we faced the Patriots and we went to those playoff runs, we didn't have crazy good talent on the O-line, but the O-line was good. Our O-line coach, I don't know who the hell he was at that time, but we had David Deal. We had guys that wanted to get paid elsewhere that weren't as good on other teams. So maybe sometimes it could be the O-line coach. I don't know. You got to figure that out because you keep getting your franchise quarterback hurt. So you can't see a healthy Burrow. You can't see a healthy T. Higgins if you know. I don't know. I don't know what they could do with that. But yeah, it sucks and it just takes away from the game because what's going on with these injuries? Period. Not just the quarterbacks. I mean, I've been playing fantasy since I was 16 years old. I never remembered my star player out for more than a week. Terrell always played. Well, unless he had the collar shit, but like he played all 16 games. I don't remember
Played
any
the Super Bowl.
quarterback. I don't remember any quarterback out for more than a week. It's crazy. You literally like now that I draft, like my friend wants to trade. I share a team with my boy, and he's like, "Yo, let's trade." I said, "Bro, dude, I don't want to trade." And he's like, "Why?" I like because injuries happen. When you trade, you lose your depth of your team. And it's like, bro, injuries happen. Look, we have Zach Charbonnet, and we picked up took a Kraft this week. Both got hurt in practice. Like, what is going on here? This is crazy, man. I don't know. Y'all need to get it together. I don't know if it's a preseason thing. I don't know if y'all eating that veggie diet or some shit, or I don't know, man. Maybe the food now was just fucked up because I never seen many injuries, man. And you know what? Supposedly they didn't have the health they had back then, the health awareness they had back then. These guys were sniffing coke, smoking cigars. They were fucking smoking weed at halftime, and they're good. And the game was way more brutal. I don't know, man. That gotta be studied.
Also, turf isn't the best thing to play on. Like, I know it looks nice, but turf causes a lot of injuries. Go back to natural fucking grass, please.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that is cheap. You know, these owners are
I know
cheap,
they cheap, but see, this is the problem. You're not investing in your players. Then you're gonna keep getting your players hurt. Like, who is it? Who's the running back for the Commanders who just got hurt? Eckler,
yeah.
Non-contact injury. Achilles. He might retire. Y'all gotta stop doing this turf thing. Like I've been talking about this shit for years. Turf is not good to play on. It has no give.
Yeah, like because I remember because I was working at a news station one time. We would be at Story. Like I think the team has the worst turf is MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
So the World Cup, everything's grass. So they have to switch it to grass. So I don't know if they're gonna keep it after the World Cup. They're probably not. They're probably gonna go back to the turf. So we'll see on that.
Yeah, what MetLife has the worst field. That's already been proven. You know, so they gotta fix that.
I guess my last point is on this is we'll just see. We'll see how these teams fare this tomorrow. Obviously, especially let's see. I'm trying to think of the team. You know, the Vikings obviously they can still compete in the NFC North, so we'll see what Carson Wentz can do. Yeah. Obviously, Mariota. You know, the Commanders are still trying to be a playoff team, so we'll see how he plays. But the Jets, they're already 0-2, so I think their season's pretty much over as is. And the Bengals, we'll see again too. I'm not sure Burrow's coming back, but we'll see. We'll see on that one. We'll see.
Honestly, if I'm Burrow, I get it's 2 more years before I start thinking about going somewhere else, bro. Like, I know they paying you, but like, listen, you haven't been healthy pretty much since your rookie year. That ain't a good sign.
And I think that's changed his game. If you notice, he holds onto the ball a little too much at times. So I think he has to, maybe watch the Peyton Manning match with Tom Brady. They always got the ball quick. It was always, hey, we diagnose the play pre-snap, what they're doing defensively, and then we throw the ball. And maybe Zach Taylor has to adjust his offensive system to where maybe it's not all these vertical routes down the field. Maybe it's more intermediate stuff. So I think that's another thing to take into account as well.
Sucks.
Such is life.
Yeah,
such is life.
All right, we go to our MVP picks. I will start first. My first pick, I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams over Philadelphia. And the reason I'm going with that game is because Philadelphia, their defense isn't as good as it was last year. Obviously, they lost a lot of people in the offseason. And especially the secondary, it's a bit of an issue. They bounced like last week, but I think I was more on Kansas City because you see how Kansas City's receiving core isn't all that great. So now they have a challenge. Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. So I want to see how that secondary goes. I think this is an opportunity for the Rams to really show, hey, we can be a Super Bowl contender in the NFC. So I'm going to go with the Rams over the Eagles as my first MVP pick.
Whoa.
Yeah. My second one will be San Francisco over Arizona. Like I said earlier with this the previous talk of it, Mac Jones is in this week. That doesn't really concern me as much. I think the 49ers have, they're rounding back into what they were a couple years back. Robert Saleh has done a decent job with the defense so far. And the Cardinals, they haven't played well these first 2 weeks. They've won both games, but they haven't looked great in either of those games. I mean, they played the Saints and the Panthers. They could have easily lost both those games. So I'm going to go with San Francisco over Arizona as my second pick. My third pick will be Dallas over Chicago. This has potential to be a barn burner. Both teams defensively haven't really had good starts here. So, but I really like how Dallas has played offensively, specifically Dak, obviously CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. They played well. So the whole offense has played well for the Cowboys. So I've really been impressed by that. Chicago, obviously, the questions surrounding Caleb Williams continue. They did not play well last week in Detroit. They just got throttled in that game. So I think that's going to be much of the same in that game. And then my final MVP pick will be the Monday night game between Baltimore and Detroit. I'm going to go with Baltimore over Detroit. I think the question is this is a big game for Baltimore. It's a big game for both teams, honestly. So I think the question will be, if you're Baltimore, do you really want this to be a game where you have a two-possession lead? You might probably be better off if it's like a back-and-forth game. Because if it's 2 possessions, we've seen for some reason, they seem to give up big leads. So I'm really interested to see how that game plays out. But I think Baltimore at home, they should get the job done. Detroit, obviously, they're still trying to figure things out. They did bounce back last week, but I think Baltimore should win that game. So those are my MVP picks: the Rams over Philadelphia, San Francisco over Arizona, Dallas over Chicago, and Baltimore over Detroit. Scumbag, what are your MVP picks for this week?
Same as yours. That's it. Those things are. No, I'm joking. No. You played some tough games there. So you had the Rams over Eagles. You had Niners over Cardinals, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the third game?
Dallas over Chicago.
Dallas over Chicago. All right. And the last game was the Ravens and the Lions.
Yeah, the Monday night game. Yeah.
All right. Tough games. All right. So my first MVP pick, I'm gonna pick the Colts over the Titans. Hey man, they're starting to become crazy right now. So far this year, the Giants let go of Saquon Barkley. He turns into a fucking animal. Gets himself a ring. We let go of Daniel Jones, and he's looking good, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy how good he looks. Like he's accurate. For some reason, he couldn't throw the deep ball with us. He's looking good just every pass. He's got the weapons. He got Tyler Warren. He got Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce. They got so many weapons. They didn't even use A.D. Mitchell. A.D. Mitchell, what his name is? He was supposed to be a high prospect coming out of college. And they say that in training camp he was killing it. They don't even have the place to get to him because they got so many guys. They got Jonathan Taylor. It's crazy. They were a quarterback away, and looking right now, Daniel Jones is that quarterback. They made the right choice. So I look at a good story out there in Indianapolis this year. I also had the Rams and Eagles. I don't think the Rams are like underrated, but you're looking at like an older Matthew Stafford. You're looking at an older Devontae Adams. You're looking at Kyron Williams, not really a crazy name of a running back out there. Puka Nacua is now coming into one of the best wide receivers in the league right now. He's playing great.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they get slept on a little bit because they do have Matthew Stafford. I think that's a big deal. They're going with the quarterback who's way older, but I feel like as long as he can stay healthy, he's still Matthew Stafford. Like he's a Super Bowl champion. He's still gonna know what to do in certain situations. So, but Eagles so far they've been dominant. I also saw a stat the other day. The Eagles are like fucking 18-0, some wild shit like that. With Jalen Hurts starting, the last 18 games Jalen Hurts started is like the fuck. You know what I mean? It's like they beat the Chiefs last week, and he didn't even throw for 100 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That team is just in tune right now. They don't care who gets the ball. No one's bitching. Everyone's playing. Yo, I got to do 100 yards passing or 100 yards rushing, or we use Saquon more, or we do. It don't matter. They're gonna win it. They got a great defense. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a good game, but I still have the Eagles. Until right now, the Eagles just don't show me a weakness right now. So I just not. I wouldn't pick against them until I see them lose. Um, then I have. I also had Cowboys and Bears. The story here to me is I have the Cowboys over the Bears. Ben Johnson. I don't know, man. I don't think it's Ben Johnson. I think it's Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is looking like he can't be a pocket quarterback right now, and especially you need a pocket quarterback in that system. You see
Yep.
Jared Goff flourishing it, and Caleb is really a guy who gets most of his yards off, freestyling, playing
Yep.
backyard football. And now the fucked up part is the O line ain't that crazy. They try to get it better for him, but preseason he looked like he was good, and then now it looks like he just can't hit nobody. He's hitting
Nope.
Roma Dunze, but like you have DJ Moore there, you got Luther Burden, you got Zacchaeus, you got two tight ends, you got Komet, you got Loveland, you got Swift, you got Roshan Johnson, you got Kyle McGonaghy, what his name is. Like you have these guys, like you have the weapons. There's no excuse. And you're looking at highlights, and he's like not seeing guys open. He's overthrowing people. It's not looking good right now for Caleb Williams. Like, and yo, don't sleep on Tyler Badgett behind him. He's good. If they happen to just get pissed off and say, "Fuck it, let's see what this guy got," that'd be crazy. What are the Bears right now? They're 0-2, right?
Yep. Yep.
Hey, they might be in that hot seat right now. Just look to at least look good. You know what I mean? Like I feel don't care. I think if they win or lose too much, but just look good.
Yep.
And they're not looking good, and their defense looks trash. And the Cowboys, hey, I give them one thing: their defense once again looks buns, but that offense, you know what I mean? Like Dak doesn't have to throw interceptions, and the team is good. Like you got George Pickens, you got Jake Ferguson, you got CeeDee Lamb. Javonte Williams is turning the fucking clock back over here. I don't know what's going on. But they look like a strong offense, man. And the Bears defense is trash, so I don't know if Caleb will keep up with them. So I got the Cowboys there. And the last game I got, I got the Giants over the
I knew
Kansas
it.
City Chiefs.
I knew it.
I
Knew it.
was gonna pick that game as one of my picks. I was like, I don't
Woo!
like
It's just
defense. I was like,
their
I'm staying away from
defense
that one.
gave up too much yards in that 25 seconds.
Yep, but here's the issue. They don't have CeeDee Lamb. They don't have George Pickens.
Fair.
They don't have nobody. The run game is trash. The Chiefs' offense looks horrible. The
It does.
Giants have a great front line. They can get after the quarterback. And they can kind of just it's getting to the point that they're doing design runs with Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's getting that bad. Like, and if it comes to the point where you got to spy this guy to really shut him down, I guess I don't know. You got to figure that out. But we have the guys to do it. We have the front line.
You do.
And the Chiefs' defense, they're still pretty good, but not as dominant as they were. Not as dominant as they were. So it should be. I would say it's not gonna be a game like last week because both Dallas and the Giants' defense is trash. It'll probably be another tight game, and we'll see. You know what I mean? But I got the Giants over the Chiefs for my upset, and that's it.
All right, Shane, what are your MVP picks?
For me, I'm gonna go the Rams over the Eagles too. I think I just
What?
don't like I don't like the Eagles offense, bro. They're all they are stagnant to the point of I know they win, but it's like, dog, this is an offensive league. Start opening up who's your offensive coach, bro? Like it's terrible. It's like you have AJ Brown and you have him running 5-yard slants every play. Dog, he's AJ Brown. You traded for him for a reason. not to use him as a slant master. Damn. And listen, I don't like the comments. It's like, oh, we'll get them the offense. I'm like, yo, because this is what's gonna happen. If y'all start losing, AJ Brown's gonna complain. They're gonna be like, yo, we'll open up. Then that's when the receiver diva's gonna come out. It's cool now because you're winning. But when you used to lose that first game, yo, he not getting me the ball. He not getting me the ball. That's gonna happen. You know that always happens. That's an NFL thing going back. I need to get the ball. Remember last year, Jamar Chase. I'm always open. It happens. Like the best. It always happens. So like, I'm gonna go Rams over Eagles, and I think the Rams should have beat the Eagles in the playoffs last year if Saquon doesn't go off. The Rams in the snow gave the Eagles a fight. Um, what else? I got the Patriots beating the Steelers on Julian Edelman's Hall of Fame game.
And
Julian Edelman,
Parcells, yeah.
woo! All right. And listen, Parcells, yeah, we get you. You good too. But it's Edelman Day. It's Edelman Day. Yes, he will be retiring. He will be entering the Patriots Hall of Fame. He should retire as number 2. I got uh I got the Ravens over the Lions. I just think Jared Goff, like, yeah, they put up 52 points, but it was against the Bears. Oh, that's my next game I'm gonna choose. But I think the Ravens just right now, Lamar's playing his best. Derrick Henry's gonna have a bounce back game. I don't know why he put that bulletin board material out there, like, oh, no Browns person can tackle me. That's bulletin board material. So what do? They stop him. And
Hey, they still scored 40 points though. So
yeah, I know. I said he's gonna have a bounce back game. And the next game, listen, I'm going the Cowboys over the Bears, not just because Caleb Williams is playing bad, but there's already noise in that locker room. You have Ben Johnson saying, "Oh, we don't do this, we don't do that." I'm like, dog, you're the coach. Everything reflects you. You're the coach. Why are you calling out your players? It's week 2, dog. You ain't there yet to call out your players like that. Look, you got to get a season in. So that's why there's too much noise going on in that locker room. Caleb Williams, yo, dog, you're a first drive quarterback, bro. You have a great first drive, and then you fall right the fuck apart. Tell me, K-Dak, answer me one thing. What looks different about this team than last year?
let's see. I would say that the coach. That's about it.
Roma
That's it.
Doomsday is good.
They're the same exact team. Period. Without Keenan Allen, who's now back at Los Angeles with the Chargers.
And he looks better. And he looks better.
Bro.
He's back being Keenan Allen again.
Exact same team. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't see a major jump for Caleb this year, I might start thinking about, like, yo, I don't know if he's it. I don't know if he's it. Because he didn't look good.
Yeah, because I remember reading somewhere where if Washington had the first pick, they would have picked Jay Daniels over him. So what does that tell you?
You ain't that guy, buddy. You ain't that guy, buddy. And
he has the talent. The issue is that he can't, like, there's certain reads you got to make that he can't do. It's weird. Like I think he's just antsy in the pocket. Like he has to find a way to roll out and try to make a play.
Yep. He's doing too much.
This reminds me of what Tom Brady said, because I sent a clip on the group chat, I think last week, about how Tom Brady, he talked about how he was developed as a quarterback. He was in the defensive meetings. He was learning different coverages of the defense and stuff like that. And I think that's the underrated aspect of what most of these teams don't do, I think. It's like, hey, just go out there and play. Is this our system? You just have to learn the plays, and that's how you work. And I think it's like, no, there's another aspect of playing quarterback. You have to know what the other team's doing too. And maybe that's something that a quarterback like Caleb Williams needs to learn how to do. He has to learn the defenses, what they're doing in relation to what they're running. So maybe that's another issue as well.
Yeah, and also to go, like, you give up 52 points against your division rival like that, dog? Like, I'm not saying you should have won that game, but 52 points is wild. That means, yo, what the fuck do you guys practice for to give up 52 points like that? after you just lost to the Vikings and you put up a better fight. I don't know, man. Bears, I feel bad for Bears fans. Actually, I don't. Fuck them. You got to deserve everything y'all get.
What they do to you?
Because if I have to hear about the 85 Bears one more time, I promise you, I might rip my ears off. But, like, listen.
Hey, that's all they got.
Listen, move on. God
so
damn.
you want them to win because you want them to win, so they don't bring up the 85 Bears.
Nah, keep losing.
They bring up the 85 Bears because they had nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they deserve it. But like, yo, it is what it is right now, man. Like, I'm going to I think the Cowboys. Dak's been playing really good. Dak's low key been playing really good, and I know a lot of people don't give him credit because it's Dak Prescott and stuff like that. But he led a game-winning drive against the Giants. They should have lost that game, and I was really close to picking the G-Man over the Chiefs. I was really close, but I don't like the way their defense plays, and it's Russell. So, but don't get me wrong, Russ took last week. Russ,
He did, yeah.
Oh. Listen, Russ got that ball. Look at him making Wan'Dale Robinson look like he's a star. I was like, I've never thought about Wan'Dale Robinson like that, bro. Out here catching. I was like, oh, we know Malik Neighbors is good, but Wan'Dale, all right. If they can do what they did last week, Chiefs are in trouble, bro. Chiefs start 0-3. This is gonna be one of those seasons where you do have the Super Bowl hangover right now. And it's not going to the Chiefs season does not get any easier. I think after this, don't they play the Ravens or something?
Yeah.
They play the Ravens. Bro, you could go 0-4 if the Chiefs aren't careful. They too lackadaisical. You got Chris Jones bitching about like touch. It's like, yo, bro, there's other things important right now. So, but those are my 4 picks. So yeah, man. This is a much better week than it was last week. That's why PGN bets are so slow. Like, but even this week, there's no quarterbacks playing. Like, I don't know who to bet on. I will say this: Jake Browning does throw the ball.
He does. He throws some interceptions too, but
he's a gunslinger. So Jamar Chase, expect a touchdown. That's one PGN bet right there. Jamar Chase, I think he's gonna score a touchdown. God,
Marcus Mariota plus 50 yards passing.
I was gonna pick Kansas City, but I was like, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. And Worthy,
I'm not sold on anything they do.
Yeah, it's like.
So yeah, those are my MVP picks.
Yeah,
you got to start doing the under overs.
Yeah, you got to start putting in that. A lot of people asking for that.
Oh, you mean like in terms of how many points we score by both?
Yeah. Or just do like the money line. Like, yo, I think the plus is gonna hit. Or, just that type of stuff.
Yeah.
People are addicted to gamblers, bro.
I hate doing points. Even though you get the most money out of it, but it's hard.
Yeah. All right, moving on. The next topic, kind of shocking news in the sports media world. On Monday, Sports Business Journal reported that Molly Querim was going to be leaving ESPN and First Take after the end of this year. And then once that report came out, Molly Querim on social media announced that she was leaving the show effective immediately. So Stephen A. on First Take on Tuesday announced that as well. And then he went on his radio show. He explained what happened. Basically, she abruptly resigned as a result of the report coming out. So obviously, Molly Querim, she was there for 10 years. From the gist of what I saw the story, basically, she wanted a new contract. Obviously, they couldn't agree to terms. She probably wanted to do other things because I know the second to ESPN, Burt Madness, he was on Richard Dice, a podcast which will be coming out soon. He talked about how she wanted to go off First Take, so she probably wanted to do other things besides First Take, but they just couldn't come to agreement on what to do in terms of that. So she moves on. But also, I think Molly just was like, hey, Stephen A. got this big contract. I kind of want some of that too. ESPN obviously is like, the only people we want are, if it's not Mike Greenberg, it's not Scott Van Pelt, it's not Pat McAfee, it's not Stephen A., you're probably not getting paid. That's just how they look at it. So if you're not one of those 4, you're not getting paid. So I think Molly's probably realized, hey, they're not going to pay me, so I guess I'm going to leave. And she's going to leave. She's probably going to do a podcast probably. We'll see what she does in terms of media. But, she had a good run there. Obviously, if you rank her in terms of moderators, I probably have Jay Crawford as the top guy for first take history. But she's
Yeah,
been 10
Jay
years.
Crawford. People forget about Jay Crawford. Jay Crawford was my guy, man.
Yeah. So, but she held it down. She did her job as well as she could. It's not easy. Imagine Stephen A. to go for 10 years. I can imagine that being a pain in the neck sometimes. So, she did a good job there, and we'll see what happens to her. Saints out. What are your thoughts on Monty Kier decided to leave first take in ESPN?
Damn, I didn't even know First Take was still on, bro. Like, I don't watch First Take at all, bro.
I
Like,
know.
it's a sad day when you tell me I don't watch First Take like that, man. But you brought up memories. Remember Jay Crawford, Stephen A, and
Skip Bayless.
Skip? Those are the days, bro,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I
Skip,
remember
like,
college.
oh.
I finished class and I had to go right to my dorm room and watch first take, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay Crawford. Shout out to Jay. I know he's doing some Cleveland show. I be watching him sometimes. He does like Cleveland podcasts. But shout out to Jay Crawford, man. We don't give enough of these people they love because when they was there, the show was popping, bro. But Molly Curran, you getting paid low money. Then you got to deal with Stephen A. flirting with you all the time. God damn, you've been putting up that shit for 10 years. You know what? I always say we got to give people their flowers. Give that lady her flowers. She didn't had her husband leave her because of Stephen A. rumors, bro. Jalen.
Yeah, he made it seem like that wasn't true, but I was like, I don't know.
It was true, bro. It was true. You knew Stephen A. was pushing up on your girl, bro. Like we watched it. We had eyes. Like he would say some stuff. And she was like, "Oh, Stephen, you look really nice today." I'm like, "Ew, bro." like, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that, but like, I just don't know where she goes from here. Maybe she goes to FS1. Like,
I doubt it.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't really know what Molly's next
FS1
move
is cooked.
Yeah,
FS1 is
Yeah.
cooked.
So like I said, it's probably gonna be a podcast. Maybe some media companies on the
the
side.
podcast
maybe.
water's already muddied as it is, dog. Like, how many? And like, honestly, who the fuck cares what Molly Corum has to think anyway? We didn't care about it on First Take. We don't care. We don't care about it on podcast. Maybe she could talk about all the stuff that happened behind the scenes, but that's chatty patty. Like, you want to do that? Go ahead. Like, I'm just like, I don't really know.
Do a tell all.
Oh God! Join Joy Taylor. You can do it. Y'all can go tell all, bro. The first 10 episodes will be fire, bro.
Yeah.
God damn. But shout out to you, Molly. Go get your money, bro. I'm always about people getting paid, and now you don't have to. You don't have to worry about Stephen A.
The first 10 episodes will be fire, and after that, it's a wrap.
What the hell you gonna talk about after that? Like,
that's fucked up, man.
Listen, man.
Yeah,
life's tough, but it is what it is.
Let's come back. Got any thoughts on Molly Kier deciding to move on from ESPN and First Take?
I think this is like, it kind of makes me think, like, me personally. Listen, if there's a girl doing commentary, they're doing sideline shit, I don't really pay it no mind, to be honest, because that shit to me is just whatever. But there's guys out there bothered by that. I've been around at parties, and they'd be like, "Why is this girl commentating? Why is this girl in the booth? Why is this girl? What the fuck? Go talk about this. Talk about something else." And it's like, if you look at the grand scheme of things, I may be in the minority. Maybe we may be in the minority. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but of not giving a fuck or whatever. But bro, you can't really name a top. We got the top woman commentator in sports. Period. We got like Doris Burke, and she's about to lose her fuck. Didn't she like lose?
She got demoted.
She got demoted.
Demoted to the second team. Yeah.
Yep.
She got demoted. Remember Linda Cohn back in the day? She was like the only female on ESPN, and like she fizzled out. They Rachel McNichols. She was hot on ESPN. She went to FS1. Gone. She's done. If she has a podcast, I don't know about it. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do with Joy Taylor? I mean,
I don't think she has much of a career, honestly. What company's gonna hire her based on the stuff that happened that's been alleged? So
yeah, I mean, you can't name them. Women jump in this field, and they get hired as moderators for the looks. It's something so guys could go on the thing and you're not looking at all dudes. You're looking at a hot chick. And then a lot of times, they get too big for their bridges. Hey, I want to get paid more. Like, huh? Do you even know what a 4-3 zone is or what a 4-6 defense is? Like, what am I paying you for? You know what I'm saying? And you fall into that category. So now they're like, all right, we're gonna try different people now. You want to leave? Fuck it. You know, we're gonna try. You gotta know where you're at and where your value is at as a woman right now. If you're a woman coming in sports media and you want to be bigger than just a moderator, you probably got to go a lot of unconventional ways. You probably gonna have to build your network outside of these big networks, because once you get into these big networks, you're competing with the Stephen A's and the fucking Skip. I mean, not Skip Bells no more, but let's say even in the podcast world, you're dealing with a Shannon Sharp and a Gilbert Arenas and
McAfee, Pat McAfee, yeah.
Pat McAfee. You're dealing with a male-dominated place, and
League,
you gotta find a way. And shout out to people like Cam, helping out with this girl Arabia that he has on there. He had a girl named Trista, a white chick, Trista on there. Stat is on there. You know what I'm saying? He tries to, bring girls up there that know sports, very well. And I don't know. You gotta try, like the girl Trista and Arabia that Cam put on. Like I went on their Instagram to see what they do and stuff, and they have like places where they go behind the scenes. The NFL gives them like credentials to go behind the scenes, or NBA or whatever. So that's good. They're building their network outside of it, showing that they know about sports. Because when they hop on camera on this, what it is, they know their sports.
Yes,
like they're actually really, really good. They have a lot of knowledge. So I feel like that's the way to make your money as a woman who loves sports. There's women out there who love sports. Like my sister, she loves the WNBA. There's women out there who love sports. They watch all type of sports. You know what I'm saying? And they know their shit. But right now, you're in a position where you're being typecasted.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you want to make money, you want to make Stephen A. money, all that shit, don't allow yourself to be typecasted. Let the girls.
The box.
Yeah, let the girls that want to do that. There's girls out there who are cool. They're cool being eye candy. They're cool with just reading off the thing and making jokes and being funny, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, and they just know a little bit, like they know their names, whatever. It's your job. You still gotta study a little bit. You know what I mean? But they're cool with that. But if you're not cool with that, then figure it out. But it's gonna be hard for Molly because she's already known as the host of First Take. So like, she's like what's the guy who played fucking Urkel? What's his name? The actor?
Oh, Julia White.
Julia White, yeah.
He's Urkel forever. You're done. You can't do nothing else. Like Screech. Screech couldn't do nothing else.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Screech was Saved by the Bell. He couldn't do nothing else. You know what I mean? It was even hard for Zach and Slater. Like, once you get typecasted and you just that's your role, it's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah, look at Alfonso Ribeiro. It took a long time for him to, do America's Funniest videos.
Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those 90s shows, bro. You did a show in the 90s as one person. You was popular. You was not leaving that role, bro. You was not. You could never escape it. Look at the dude from Home Alone, bro. How many shit you seen him do?
Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin. How much did you see him do?
He had his personal demons, so I'm glad he's gotten over that and stuff. So
I know. I'm just saying.
The Good Son was good. That movie was good. Yeah, you ever saw The Good Son?
No.
Nah.
What? Yo, that's a movie I need to watch ASAP, bro. Yo, you gotta see that movie. That movie's good. It's good. It's Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood's a kid in there too.
Oh, okay. Elijah Wood, that's my guy. Baggins.
Watch that fucking movie. You're gonna be like, what? This is Macaulay Culkin. Yo, killed it. He killed it. Anywho's, but yeah, man. I feel like Even though I bust women's chops, you know what I'm saying on here, it just be
Yeah,
jokes.
we not busting it. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
trying to say. We're not
Yeah,
trying to
yeah, yeah,
downplay.
yeah.
it just be jokes most of the time. But I do want to see there's one. Like I said, there's a woman out there who enjoy sports, and there is room for them. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta find a way to get in the back door. You know what I mean? And y'all will be good. But right
Don't
now,
let Stephen A near your back door though.
yeah,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah. You just know how to move. You gotta know how to move. Listen,
I heard what you said.
listen. You gotta know how to move and who to move with. You know what I mean?
Man.
So I mean, that's it. Once you figure it out, I think and here's the hard part too. Women don't click up.
And women
Like
don't support women,
they
bro.
don't click
Yeah.
up. If y'all had
Yeah.
if three or four y'all women, right, had a podcast together and was doing some dope funny shit, it'd be you go somewhere. I think that could go somewhere. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if you have usually you have these female podcasters that do sports and they're doing it with men everywhere. Their co-host is a man. They're interviewing only men. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, I don't know, man. Y'all gotta figure some shit out, man. If
I
y'all,
mean, I
if
think the
y'all
problem is it's especially the sports media world. It's very very competitive atmosphere,
Yep.
especially the fact that there's only limited spots there. I mean, remember
Yep.
there was a whole thing with Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols about the NBA countdown. There was like this thing that happened where Rachel Nichols, it got leaked that she was complaining about how she wanted to be the host of the NBA Finals, and they gave it to Maria Taylor. She complained about it, about how it was, they gave it to her because she's a black woman. She wasn't slighting Maria Taylor, but it appeared like that she did.
Yeah.
So obviously ESPN had to clear both of them out, and so when it's just like that shows these women are very competitive. They know, hey, it's not many
Dog eat
opportunities
dog
for us.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well,
And the thing is, that's even in the teaching field. That's the way it is. Like a lot of older women don't like younger women because they see them as competition. They see them as, yo, you're coming to take my job. It's foul. It's foul, but shit, man.
yeah, man. I don't know. Women should know more about that than we do. So that's
You got
their
to get a
problem.
woman business
If
owner
they
on
if
here.
they if they want to fix it, they'll tell you. Successful women to tell you. They'll be like, bro, I don't even chill women like that. They probably say that. You know what I mean? Like they know how it is. They know
Yep.
how it is. And girls will be doing stuff like, bro, I had girl co-workers. One wants me, one does. I don't know. It just be some shit where girls are trying to sabotage each other to get to me. It's
Yep.
like what? It's nuts. It's nuts. And it's like why can't y'all get along and both have me? What's the problem? Why can't we
Nope.
share each other
Nope.
and just have fun? Huh?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
of course not.
Absolutely not. Don't
Someone
ask
has
for the.
someone has to
Oh,
be number one, I guess.
yes. Yes.
yeah.
Someone has to
Yeah.
be.
So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, moving on. Before we go to Pepper Takes, a word from our sponsors, Saint Zah.
Shout out to Nickel Pass once again. You can download Nickel Pass in the Apple Store, and you can get all your Boston Globe. You can get your New York Times all with a simple click, and you can get it for starting at $20 a month. Please download Nickel Pass today.
All right, thanks to our sponsor, Nickel Pass. All right, now we move to Pepper Takes. And obviously, this first Pepper Take has a lot of tentacles. Obviously, Jimmy Kimmel, the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live, his show got suspended by ABC. He made a remark about the shooter in the Charlie Kirk incident. Tyler Robinson saying that he's one of them, as in reference to the MAGA folks. And obviously, the FCC, obviously that's controlled by the current administration. They had a problem with that comment. A couple of major media companies that own ABC affiliates. And for those who don't know what affiliates are, so each of the broadcast networks has their own ABC, NBC, CBS station throughout the country. Just to explain that. So, and the two major ones in terms of who own the affiliates are Nexstar and Sinclair Broadcasting. So they both had statements saying that they were taking Jimmy Kimmel Live off their affiliates. So ABC had to make a decision, and they decided to suspend the show for the time being. Obviously, a lot of people are not happy about this because obviously this is a form of censorship by the administration showing, hey, you can't even criticize Charlie Kirk. That means you can't even criticize the administration. So obviously that's been the talk. Obviously there's been boycotts. Hey, people say, hey, I'm gonna cancel my Disney Plus subscription, my Hulu subscription, all that stuff. So the last report I saw was from Puck News saying that the ABC and Jimmy Kimmel are trying to work out an agreement in terms of how he's going to be coming back on the air. As of right now, they have not gone to an agreement in terms of that. So there's this is a very complicated story in a lot of different ways. But obviously, I think the overarching part is, and I've even seen it in a lot of stories I've read, is that, hey, you can't criticize certain things now. Like in terms of Charlie Kirk, I saw people getting fired for jobs saying, hey, he deserved his death or whatever in terms of, he's not somebody to be celebrated. People lost their jobs because of that. And I'm just like, this is a very, very challenging time we live in this country. And it's the things that we've learned since our kids in terms of the indoctrination in this country about free speech and freedom and the opportunity, all that stuff. That's being challenged now. It's being challenged. You see the Jimmy Kimmel situation, it's being challenged. So we'll see what happens in terms of this stuff. But I think the main takeaway is, hey, in terms of everything that's going on, we have to look at ourselves. Hey, we got to say, hey, what's going on? Yeah. They're trying to say, hey, we are in control. You're not. And if you don't do it how we want to do it, hey, life's gonna be difficult for you. And I don't think that's a good thing to be that this country is in right now. So Jimmy Kimmel, he's fine either way. So if he decides to leave the show, if his show comes back, he's fine either way. But the overarching part is, hey, if the administration say, hey, you saw Stephen Colbert, his show got canceled. If they're going after these people, what's to say about us? What can they do to us? So I think that's my main takeaway from all this. Saint Zah, what are your takeaways from this Jimmy Kimmel situation?
It's always something. They always say one thing, and now Jimmy Kimmel's out. I mean, listen,
Well, we don't know if
who's
he's out.
really?
He might come
Well,
back.
I mean, he's coming back because they're gonna have to because I've read Disney lost 3.87 billion overnight. Like, you think they're not gonna look at that and be like, "Yo, we losing money? Bring him back." So you got people canceling Disney Plus. Listen, I don't even have Hulu anymore. So I was on it before all of you guys were on. I already canceled my subscription before y'all motherfuckers. Y'all just catched up to me, all right? You're canceling a lot of shit. But this is a weird country. You used to have freedom of speech. Now you can't say anything. I'm like, yo, dog, is it really that serious? But you're censoring people. You understand people get mad about everything. It's just a weird time. America really is a very weird place right now. We're in a very weird place right now, and I don't think we're gonna come out. We're gonna get through this anytime soon because everyone's just antsy right now. Everyone's antsy. You're not making money. Food's expensive. Jobs aren't moving, bro. Just go to gym. Like Scumbag McGee says, go to gym, work, mind your business. That's really all we can do right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else. Nothing else you can do because you say one thing, you're gonna upset someone. You're gonna upset this community. You're gonna upset this community.
That's
Bro,
my
I raised
last
my
thing.
hand.
I was being as careful as I could in terms of that Charlie Kirk thing. I didn't want to say anything. It was like, hey, what'd you say about the Charlie Kirk? So,
Bro,
yeah.
I asked my family. I was like, did I say anything crazy? They were like, nah, you was good. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah.
You have to be careful with this. People, your voice is not free anymore, bro. You get canceled for anything.
Anybody.
Jesus.
In the past, and I worked at places where they say, hey, watch what you say on social media. Now you really have to watch what you say on social media. If you say something that's like, hey, you're stepping over the line a little bit, even if it's like not even that bad, but it could be misconstrued by a certain demographic as, hey, what are you saying? You can lose your job, and you don't want to do that, especially in this economy, like you said, Saint Saw.
Ooh, Bro, I ain't never seen this type of censorship, bro. And the worst thing is you have people who will look on your feed for days to find out some shit that you said back in the day.
Yeah, that's why sometimes, like, yo, things are when you tweet out some stuff, like, hey, you sure you want to tweet that?
Yes. The truth needs to be heard. Man,
All right,
sound like
scumbag. You
that.
got any thoughts on this Jimmy Kimmel situation?
I don't know. It's kind of a weird subject. Like, I heard both your guys' take on it. I don't know. It is a slippery slope because I don't think what Jimmy Kimmel did was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between a joke and you're touching on like, and I do get it to a certain extent because look at what just happened now, right? Like, this kid got hung, right? Supposedly they found him, and they found no foul play. Supposedly, no scars on him, and we've seen this happen a couple times over the years. Like, someone hangs, and it's like it's a mystery. No scar on them, and they don't know how they got up there. There's no cameras. There's cameras for everything else. There's no cameras. They didn't catch nothing, and there's no outrage for it. So now the left is looking like, okay, see. I mean, I say the left is because there's white people out there that have the Black Matters T-shirts on and the Black Lives Matter flag outside their house. Like, these people, they're sticking up for injustice to black people. You know what I mean? And sometimes their voices are louder because they have a TV show or they have a Fortune 500 company they can put money into that kind of movement. You know what I mean? And someone like Jimmy Kimmel was looking at it like, if you don't give a shit about this kid that just got hung, why should I give a shit about Charlie Kirk? And I think that's wrong. Because yeah, you can say what you want about Charlie Kirk, and I think we went over this last week or whatever, but he did have people who loved him. He had a wife, he had 2 kids, mom and dad, if they're still alive, and Candace Owens has been going on a rage for the past week about this whole thing, and I'm pretty sure people hurt over it, like really hurt, and they go on Jimmy Kimmel and he's saying some shit like that. You're like, dude, like, I get it, you're upset, I get it, that you want things to change to I get it. It's frustration. The same thing that happened when George Floyd happened. People got mad at the left when most of these liberals were the ones looting and breaking and destroying cities.
Yeah.
But it's like, what more enough? When is enough enough? When are y'all gonna stop this shit? You know what I mean? And it's like the right will be like, okay, yeah, I get it, but it's only 15 deaths by police officers a year or some shit like that, and you're like, okay, but it should be 0.
Yep.
It's a cop, bro. You should be protecting me. Why are you killing me? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how long will we keep going? All right, they'll fix it. All right, they'll fix it. It's like, no, they're not gonna fix it. Now, guess what? You can say all those looting and all that city burning was wrong, but guess what? Cops gotta have cameras on their chest now at all times.
Yeah.
Yep.
At all times. You gotta turn your camera in every fucking day. You're being watched. And if that had to happen for more strictness on cops, then I don't know what to say. Yeah, y'all see what's going on out there. You can't, and it's like, it just sucks because now you have the radical left and the radical right.
Yeah.
Us people in the middle are like, guys, can we just like be where we're at? Can we discuss? Because guess what?
Nope.
Because just disagree with a lot of the stuff that happens on the right. And I have people that I'm cool with that are on the right, but we talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We talk about barbecues.
Yeah.
We have our kids playing with each other. We're debating. I'm not there like, what did you say? And put a knife to his neck like, you better not. Like, we're not doing
it's
all
getting
that.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out there. My friend's a cop, and there was a girl. His girlfriend's friend was talking bad about cops over and over, and she knows he's a cop. She was talking shit. but he wouldn't, feed into it. And the one time he fed into it, an argument
It was
happened.
over.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what she was fishing for. And then right away he's like, yo, blah blah. And she was like, you know what it is? You're racist. What? She like my first girl had to cut her off. She's like, yo, what's wrong with you? What's up with you? Oh, Steve, blah blah. He's racist. She's like, bro, how's he racist when he met me? She's Dominican. He met me, and I have a fucking 3-year-old Dominican son. Now my Dominican son's fucking 15 years old. Like, he helped raise this kid. Like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you saying? Like, and it's like that kind of shit goes on now more than ever. And I think this is just another example of that. I think Jimmy Kimmel is just. And listen, do I agree with Trump? No, but damn, bro, this guy gets it every day, bro. It is nonstop. I don't think one talk show host likes Trump. I think Jimmy Fallon just stays out of it. You know what I mean? He don't say nothing about it. But none of them, all their intros are anti-Trump. All their intros, all their jokes. Yeah. It's like, dude, stop. And then you got to the point where this was kind of corny to me. Like, number one, it wasn't funny. And number two, it's like, oh, look, he got over it already. Like, Trump's probably sitting there at the Oval Office like, dude, really? That's my friend. He got killed. Can you fucking stop, bro?
Can't.
You know what I mean? It's like, take it easy. How long has Trump sat there and watched all these shows and his joke after night after night after night after night, and he's ignoring it because he's dealing with bigger issues.
Yep.
But then his friend gets killed and you have a joke about it. All right, bro, now I'm going to pull the plug on you. What are you doing? Hey, guess what? If I'm president and someone that I find as a friend gets shot in the fucking neck and I'm going to visit his family, I'm pretty sure Trump's been over the house. There, everybody's crying. Everybody's fucked up. You're seeing a whole other side of the world. Yeah, in your world, no one gives a fuck. But on this side of the world, they're fucking going crazy. They're crying. They're flipping out. They're preparing for a funeral. And y'all don't hear with jokes. So Trump was like, I probably would do the same shit. It sounds messed up. Because that's where I say it's a slippery slope. You're fucking with the freedom of speech.
Yep.
But at the same time, bro, have some morals. Like, chill out, bro. Like, just chill out. And it's like, both sides don't get it. Both sides don't chill out. What did Donald Trump's fucking son do when Nancy Pelosi's fucking husband got his head rocked with a hammer by some fucking crazy dude? He made a joke. Oh, look at my Halloween costume. Or some shit like that. It had a hammer on the bed. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. Y'all just crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I think everybody's got to chill the fuck out. But I just feel like now Jimmy Kimmel got this suspension. Now it's turning into, oh, you're freedom of speech. Trump is turning into Hitler. Like, it's the same shit where they're like, yo, why is he sending National Guard to Memphis and National Guard to fucking Washington, D.C. and people get robbed, bro. People get killed. What are you saying? How long have we sat here? How long have we sat here for fucking 30, 40, 50, 60 years and watched the hood eat itself alive?
But is that the right way to help people? But people will say, is that the right way to help the situation?
That's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope. Do they have a right to feel that way? Yes. Because if I'm not asking you to come in here, why are you coming in here? But at the same time, it's like outside looking in, you're like, dude, okay, if there's a fucking parade in the weekend of Chicago, how many times have we heard the past 10, 15 years, or maybe more, over the weekend, it was 50 shootings in fucking Chicago and 40 deaths. Half of them are not even gang members. There's kids and grandmas walking the street getting shot. What the fuck? Yo, I've heard a story one time in Chicago. They were throwing a barbecue at a fucking local park. A shootout happened. And the only person got killed was a fucking 2-year-old kid.
Yep.
That's okay. But when a cop kills George Floyd, you got all this shit to say. But when a bullet goes through a 2-year-old kid's head, you got nothing to say. Where's the parade at?
Yep.
Where's the fucking parade? Where's the protest? It ain't there. But when Trump comes in and says, all right, enough is enough, you got something to say to him.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because I think there's a simple, well, maybe not simple, but there is a solution, but neither side's going to want to do it. And that's invest in the communities. They're not going to do that. So,
come on, folks.
No,
but that's really what needs to happen, though. If you want to stop all these crimes and all this stuff, you got to invest in the communities.
But here's
I saw this thing in Baltimore where the Baltimore mayor, the crimes have gone down because more kids they're doing more after-school programs for the kids, and they're not outside.
Is Trump bothering Baltimore right now?
No.
Okay. If he's bothering Baltimore, you got a fucking argument.
Mm-hmm.
Or now he's just bothering everybody. If Trump goes there and he goes, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're doing this to solve the crime, this to solve the crime, this to solve the crime. Is it working? Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate your help. And he'll go back to Washington, D.C. But if he goes there and the mayor's like, and this fucking, all right, bro. Can these people Can these people go to the store without worrying they're going to get shot in the face? Like, let's do something about this. You know what I mean? And I think that's where it's at. It's just, it sucks because, guess what? I think that's, like I said, slippery slope. You're sending a National Guard, almost army presence to a place. That's damn near martial law.
Yeah.
It's like, and if you allow that, then what else are we going to start allowing? When he goes, hey, you know what? This town over here keeps talking shit about me. Send a National Guard in there too. Fuck it. Hey, we allowed the first two. We allowed the first 2-3 cities to be taken over. What we're gonna say something now? Is it? And you don't want to do anything with Hitler, but the same thing happened with Hitler. Oh, I'm gonna take Poland. Okay, take Poland. Oh, I'm gonna take Sweden. Okay, take Sweden. Okay, now does it? Oh, now I'm British. Now I'm France. Whoa!
Full line,
buddy. No. Hey, and guess what? I got 4 countries already. I want yours now. Fuck you. And the war is happening. So that's what you don't want, and that's where he'll meet where pushback on that. But like I said, if we're allowing shit like that, then I don't know. It's a weird time, man. It's a real weird and scary time.
Yeah, we will see how this plays out, obviously. So our last pepper take is Adrian Broner. He was on It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace. And it's unfortunate for him, his appearance was cut short because he kept flirting with the co-host, Trevor Wilson. And Cameron kept saying, hey, calm it down, Adrian. Calm it down. He did not listen. And Cameron told him, you know what, you got to leave. He gave him his money for his appearance, and he walked out. And obviously, Cameron got a lot of praise for that. And I think my takeaway is as we talked about last week's comeback to Adrian Broner, what was his biggest problem as a boxer? It's just maturity, and you saw it in that clip. His lack of maturity is the real reason why he's in the situation that he's in right now. And that clip just typifies that. I mean, look, Cameron and Mason and Trevor, they're all trying to do an interview here, but you're trying to make it about you and flirting with Treasure, even though Cameron say, hey, chill out. She has a boyfriend. He's actually in the studio, but you don't care about that. You just want to do your Adrian Broner nonsense. And obviously Cameron had to kick him out of the studio. So my thoughts it's just like, and Cameron had a response to the post saying, hey, him and Adrian Broner, they're good friends, but he obviously knows, hey, he has a future in media, but he just needs to calm it down in terms of the immaturity. And I'm not sure that's gonna change. I mean, Adrian Broner just reminds me of somebody who never grew up past, I don't know, middle school, high school, whatever it is. It's just that he was very talented at boxing, so he made a career for himself. But even that got cut short because of his immaturity. So that's how I look at it. Good on Cameron. It really shows you that him and Mace really see Treasure not as just like a regular co-host. They see her as, like a younger sister. So, and even Cameron said in the response video, he said that's how he looks at her as. So, it's really good for them that they stood up for her in that situation. And for Adrian Broner, hey man, I don't know, man. You just gotta grow up at some point, if ever at anything. So, Scumbag, what are your thoughts on this? Cameron kicking Adrian Broner out of it is what it is.
I don't know, bro. Bro looks like a fucking junkie, bro.
Oof. Yep.
He looks like he's on some shit, bro. That ain't just alcohol. That ain't just alcohol, bro. It's part of it. It's probably some pill. You know what I mean? Because he's slurring and he's just looking all fucked up. And listen, man, if well, not right now, but just the way Cam is as somebody who always wants to be in and going viral and everything like that, he'll see some shit like that and be like, "Yo, you want to be on the show?" You know what I mean? Like, because he knows he's gonna say some wild shit. He probably just thought he wouldn't do that with Stat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he thought that if he asked him about Floyd, asked him about boxing, he would just spill the beans. And it just went to a different level when he in the beginning it was funny. I watched KMA every morning. And in the beginning it was funny because he just kept like whenever he didn't want to answer a question, he'll start hitting on Stat. And Mason Cam just laughed at it. Like she laughed at it. She's like, all right. After the third one, she's like, okay, but what about the 140-pound division? Like, get back to what we're talking about. And he's like, all right, my bad. And he's still talking about it. And I think there was a cut scene where in the original show, they had him just kind of like, all right, that's enough. You got to go, whatever. But then when they showed the unedited version later, you see Cam tell him the first time, he's like, look, bro, I know you're joking around and the energy's funny and it's good, but, her boyfriend's here. Like, he's up. And then when he did it again, that's when Cam said he got to go. So, yeah, man, Adrian Broner just looks bad right now. And it's like, dude, like, that's the most uncomfortable feeling to me when you have a creepy dude around like someone that's your friend that's a girl. She's looking at you crazy. Like, yo, is your man right here? And you think he's going somewhere with that, like, oh, what up, yo, trying to see what's up, blah, blah, blah. And you see she's uninterested, she don't want to talk to him, and he's just trying. And you're like, dude, like, and you gotta pull the dude aside and be like, yo, man, like, she ain't feeling you. She told me to like, just chill. She got a man at home. Or you just mad because she's mad she's feeling me. You're like, we've all what I'm saying? We've all been there. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if we all been there, but I've definitely been there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I've been there. Like, yo, bro, just cool out, bro. You're doing a little too much.
Yeah. Like, so I think that's all it was. Not a big deal. But Cam's gonna make it a funny moment. Cam, bro. Cam, he's now he got to talk with Flea, bro. He's gonna just try and find somebody to ridicule, like every week. So don't be a victim. Like, so don't be. Make sure when you go on his show, you're sober and you're wearing a fucking suit and tie and a fucking top hat with a cane. You're at your fucking peak. You know what I mean? Because you have a bad moment, Cam's gonna just use that shit. You know what I mean? So that's about it.
Thanks, any thoughts?
Broner's that friend that you can't ever bring around because you never know what he's gonna say. Like he's that boy, like you bring him out once, he'll be like, yo, she already got a fat ass. Bro, you just met her. Like, yo, just chill out. Like, and he'll say it loud as hell wherever he's at. And like for Cam to get that, because you could tell Cam was pissed. For Cam to get that mad, like, yo, bro, like he walked over to him and took it. I was like, yo, dog, chill the fuck out. Like I felt uncomfortable watching. I only watched the clip and I was like, yo, dog, you doing a little too much. Yo, she beautiful. Bro, enough. Answer the fucking question. And you could tell they kept trying to navigate him to answer the question. He went back to I was like, and then it's disrespectful because her boyfriend gotta watch that. And it's like, yo, you a boxer. He can't really do much about it. That's some cornball shit, bro. That was corny. Broner, get your life together, bro. Ever since that, this is that where you can use that meme, bro. I'm getting cooked. You getting cooked right now, bro. You all over the place, bro. You all over the place, bro.
He's too old for that. Like
Bro.
I understand if he was like stats age and like he was doing that, it'd be like a little more funnier. You know what I mean? But like, how many people have been on that show? Paul Pierce and this person. I think Jack Harlow was on there. He's a young dude. Like nobody even pays that any mind. Like dudes was there really just cracking jokes with Cam and Mace. Like he got on there acting a fool. Like, dude, she ain't even like she's a fucking moderator, dude. Like,
Bro.
what are you gonna do if you get around someone like Jennifer Lopez or some shit, or somebody who has some stature along with their beauty? What are you gonna fucking pass out?
Yeah.
Like, have some composure, bro.
Like no self-awareness. No self-awareness.
Nah,
bro. Like, and those are the dudes you gotta watch out for. Those are the dudes you really don't bring. You just hit them up, yo, bro, you doing good? Yeah, I'm doing good. All right. Yo, we should hang out. Yeah, I'll hit you up about it. But you never hang out with them because you don't know what they'll do. They don't know. Like, listen, everyone got that one friend. Like, it's like, yo, you good dude. But in a lot of situations, and then the thing is, now you look that crazy because guess what? You brought him here. You did that. That's on you. Now it's a reflection of you.
And what's fucked up is that it's a reflection on you, even if you have a relationship with him and you're moving. Because like those kind of people, sometimes I just won't bring them around, like, you know, real close family shit.
Yeah.
Like people I grew up with, you know, they got their kids. They all got kids now. You know what I mean? So our kids are running around together. We all talking. You know, like no one wants to be. We got good vibes going on here. Everyone's chilling. Like, if you come around that kind of environment with me, then I trust you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not easy for me to just bring someone around that shit. Jesus. Yeah. So it brings someone around that shit. So you have
a cocaine deal?
I know.
Hey, you know where I live. You say, you know it's not the.
Oh no, I thought that was stuff back there.
It was so loud in my headphone, I couldn't even hear myself think.
Kobe area hot, bro. Like,
I thought Kofi was about to be in a Rico. Nah, but they but yeah. What I was saying was that yeah, I think that so like even if you take that one friend, right, you cool with him and he's a little extra a little bit, you're like, you know what, you can't be over here, but we could do this stuff. We could go to the bar, watch football, we could go to the bar, we could chill, we could, you know, chill with that kind of friend over there. But then once this group over here goes out and sees you with him, they look at you crazy there too.
Yeah, right? Oh, come on.
They look at you crazy too over there. You're like, you chilling with this dude? You're like, yeah, it's my man's though. You're like, I said, man's, all right. You get down.
I don't want to get too. Right. I don't want to say too much about St. Zach's thing, but one time he brought one of his friends to like a gathering, and he was doing way too much. To this day, every time they bring up that friend's name, they're like, "Yo, remember that dude?" And everybody
the freaks come out at night, bro.
Yeah.
What? Who says that? Like, we had a dinner, bro. You don't know these people like that, bro. Like, yo, I tell you, this is coming from personal experience, bro. Like, I've seen it. Listen to St. Zach on this, bro. I'm trying to get some wisdom on y'all. When you have that friend and he's corny, people gonna think you corny as well, and that's the problem.
And they're gonna ask, "Hey, make sure, is he coming? Is he coming?" It's like, no, he's not coming. No.
Yeah,
bro, ruin from friendships right there, man. Like, you got shorties looking at you crazy because he'll say something to your people, bro. He'll say something to your family, be like, "Yo, grandma around, yo, remember when you sucked that off that teeth, bro? We had a dinner. Sit, calm down."
Yeah, nah, man, but. Hey man, shout to Broner though. Hopefully he gets better. Hopefully he, you know.
I doubt it.
Hope you grow up, bro.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, man.
All right, that does it. Obviously, once again, you could listen or watch PGN on PGN Pod. That's on Twitter. That's on X. I mean, Twitter, obviously, not X. Nobody says X. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Obviously, if you want to rewatch this podcast on the video version, Bring the Real TV, and it'll also be on Apple. The audio version will be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Word. And also, I will be doing WrestlePalooza picks, and we might have some live reactions with Scumbag McGee. So you never know. Moving up.
WrestlePalooza?
Yeah, it's tonight.
It's tonight. It's the first ESPN PLE. So they've been hyping that up all week. I've seen it. So
Yeah,
I
starting
know.
the show off with
Yeah.
John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I'm in.
Yeah, word. But all right, yo. Appreciate y'all. Everybody who watched, everybody listening. And we'll see y'all next week.
all right, peace.